Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Coco is here with Rosh and Saku, and we are continuing Ace Attorney investigations. The Saku
Hey!
Show!
Sakusho! Sakusho!
Best show.
Gumshoe. I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail.
Of course.
As I was leaving the restroom, I heard a loud bang! A gunshot!
Dun dun.
How was that? This is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honor, would you try to state the important facts first next
No, absolutely not!
time?
I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words.
Eek! I'm sorry. Honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise for until now. Now that he mentions it, right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day, with my grandson...
I can't believe that the judge has, produced children and has grandchildren.
Yeah, somehow this happened.
How did he bumble his way around that interaction?
Someone who
It
was
was a long
intensely
time.
more unsexual.
Yeah. It was
The judge,
totally their
how do
dynamic.
you say tortilla in Spanish? The judge's wife, God damn, you fucking idiot. Right.
Kiss me again, you dumb fuck. God, you're stupid. Taking off her clothes. The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the and whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. When you say you have a grandson, how does that work exactly? You black out for an amount of time, or...?
Jeez.
I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? Now hold on there. No need to rub it in. Making me feel bad. I mean, that's just nasty. I just said that it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom. You know something? I don't think you know when the prints you referenced were left on the bench, do you? Oh my god, the judge has got me. While you have proven that it's possible the detective was sitting...
Truly, I have fallen.
Well, hey, don't feel too bad, Edgeworth. A broken clock's right twice a day.
I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He's right. I have fallen. I have yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. But why didn't I think of that sooner? Losing my touch. When he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of life. But while he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of life. This judge, I mustn't underestimate him. That doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called a recess, I handled change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened? Yes, that sounds about right. Just as I expected. What are you expecting? I demand to know that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. Alright, if you insist. Let's see. I looked into the hallway about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. 20 minutes before we reconvened. Very well, what did you do after that? I hope you washed your hands. Let's see. I had to make some preparations, so I rushed straight back to the...
He didn't.
Naughty judge.
Clatty bastard.
I also had to track down a few pieces of paperwork for the various bailiffs.
Get your dirty, non-hand washed prints all over them.
So you rushed back to the courtroom, despite having gone to the bathroom and heard a gunshot. Well, at that time, I thought it was just the sound of a noise popper. I really couldn't think of any other explanation than someone having a birthday party. But now this has happened. I see. Thinking back, the judge did mention something to that effect when we reconvened. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about the probability of the probably most important... If it's something that forgettable, I don't need to hear it. But all I did was forget to mention it.
That sort of excuse may work on other people, but not on a Von Karma.
Oh! But it's such an important piece of testimony. Please, give me the chance to present it.
Stop bullying him.
I suppose I've no choice in the matter. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. Your Honor, about what you just said. I know, I couldn't believe it. It went bang, and then I had this knee-jerk reaction, like this. Yes, just like this, with a quick ah. Your Honor,
I love the judge,
please
even if he
remain
doesn't wash his hands.
Maybe he's like got hand sanitizer in his robes and stuff. And we're just giving him too much flack. Please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself. Yes. I heard the gunshot. There was no one in the hall. I should know. I looked. There was no one there.
Kings only.
This judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreach. I believe that we finally found the flaw in his honest testimony.
Yet sadly, he is completely oblivious to it. But I guess I can't really expect him to be aware of it. Well, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and fill him in. At least that thing finally came in handy.
Indeed. Now let's see what happened. When I present it to his honor.
There's a discrepancy between when the shots were heard, I believe. It's this one.
Cool. Yeah. Your Honor, I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection.
Oh god, you're going to be here all week.
Egads, I've been overruled! Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? Detective Bad's coat's got more holes than my testimony.
It's true.
You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred Pont.
Instead of biting it. Okay.
That went by very fast.
Yes, it did.
I'm glad, because I didn't want it to last. I would like to be whipped for long periods of time, or short periods. Eek! I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francis.
Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back.
With your height, you'd need a stepladder, or 4 to accomplish that.
You want to say
Did
that
they
out
just
loud?
I'm sorry, did they just imply she's been smacking him in the arse?
Yes, pretty much.
Well, I
All
assumed
this
it was like
time.
across the shoulders or something.
It's Edgeworth.
Now I wonder how if they actually have like a canon height for her. I'm gonna look that up.
I really hope she's your height.
She's like older.
Yeah,
She's still a
probably.
babu here.
My ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. I heard the sound of a gunshot, loud and clear, with my own 2 ears. Huh, Your Honor. I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again.
Her height as an adult is 5'3" or 162 centimeters.
She is 2 inches taller than me.
All the men in this game are enormous, so that must mean
It's
he's very
true.
Sorry, did you read this line? I might have missed it.
talented. Yeah. Can read again?
Nah, it's good.
Oh, what did you just say? No, don't read it again. Your Honor, you just said. You heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. I heard it as clear as day! Bang! It's the loud sound of a gunshot! The sound of the gunshot. Returning to this point of contradiction. Of contention. And that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, now I understand what the gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you heard.
The gun!
Yeah, how do we know which one's the fake? I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record. Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at the time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you can figure the rest out on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this?
That was a good effort you put forth, Mount Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified.
Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, be honest. I did think the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? It makes me miserable. You do look very sad. It's true, one doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse.
I want to trade these coins with you.
That's it. The balloon that girl was holding, it explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew? Giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do. What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hall. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say.
You know, I'm thinking that maybe this is the experience that makes the judge be way too lenient with all the witnesses.
Yeah, probably.
Excuse me, guys, I'm just getting a call from work.
Okay,
Not a problem.
There's gonna be a cut here.
Well, this is awkward now. Saku is the glue holding this group together.
Yep. Well, you know, I was going through like the rest of the Francisca's wiki thing, and we finally see here like a somewhat explanation for that whole thing about Manfred having another child. And,
Alright.
Yeah. Wait, where was it? In Turnabout Goodbyes, Manfred von Karma makes a reference to a 7-year-old granddaughter with a dog named Phoenix. According to the Gyakuten Saibantu Shinso manual, Francisca has an older sister who is the mother of said granddaughter.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And
We did have another daughter.
yeah, so here's another funny thing. Tatsuro Iwamoto had said that there is a rejected rough sketch of Godot that he thinks of as Francisca's older brother and the grandchild's father. He once told this to Takumi, who ignored him.
Incredible. Oh my god, one of my players just IM'd me with some really gorgeous art. It's a bit body horror. Want me to put it in the chat?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, sure. Okay, copy link. They just IM'd me with this. And I'm livid because the idea for the Lust demon I had was basically this first one!
Oh shit!
Isn't it beautiful?
That is amazing.
But I'm livid now because I can't use this.
Aww.
That thing I said. No!
Aww.
She was gonna be based on the White Lady!
Holy shit.
Anger 2. It's so hard, by the way, being a DM because I want to just tell all my friends, including my players, like all
Yeah.
plans. But obviously I can't.
Oh man, all of these are really good.
Aren't they?
The second one makes me laugh though.
Brrr!
Exactly. Exactly.
That first one especially is just
Oh no, Kanetsu, don't! She's getting these like Monokuma shaped glasses.
oh no, that's incredible. Oh my god, yes. She needs to, if she gets them, she needs to take a picture.
Yes.
Send that to Chris. Because when I was streaming, because they'd played all the Danganronpa games, first one, and I was just like, do you want me to stream it for you, like, so you can see my reactions to it and stuff? They were like, yes! And like, maybe like after the second time we met Monokuma, I just went, I'm Monokuma-kin.
Curse.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
Oh, hiya. No, no problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's okay. My boss was just calling me into work tomorrow.
Ah, okay.
It's no worry. I'll try and be less anxious about it.
I'm sure it'll be fine, Saku.
Yeah, I had a chat to her about like how anxious I am lately, and she doesn't say much. She doesn't really understand anxiety, but I just made her aware that I'm not too good right,
Hmm.
and
Yes.
it made me feel better about going in, because at least if I can't go in, she'll understand.
Yeah. It's just as much an illness as you having a cold or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Hopefully, that it's just hard because no one else in my work really seems to have any knowledge about mental health at all.
It's always the case, isn't it?
Yeah.
That
They
was
just say,
yeah.
stop worrying and expect that to work.
It's like,
Oh.
wow, great!
I didn't think about not worrying.
Damn, wow! Meanwhile, anxiety is just see if I can find this picture. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know if I will, but I'll keep going. No, okay, it's just like this road sign that just says it's coming, it's bad, and that's just anxiety.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
So what? What's coming? What's going to be bad?
No more information than that. You can just see this sign.
It's coming. It's bad.
Okay, I'm ready when you guys are.
Yeah. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
And we're back.
Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Elif, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case.
September 10, District Court, courtroom number 3.
What's it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal. I didn't do it.
I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe.
And I'll be the judge.
No, you won't. I will be the judge of that.
No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that.
I'm Spartacus. Why can't you guys just be a little less judgmental?
Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe. I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part.
Oh, look at these two sad men.
Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he's completely innocent of this crime. I guess so.
What are you guys talking about?
In any case, I'd like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember, you are not on trial. This is all just part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found innocent. However, if you should give false testimony...
Yo!
My whip will object loud and clear.
If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood?
I gotcha, pal.
Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe was lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get to a break in this case.
I came down here to the courthouse on Detective Bad's order. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on, until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. On my honour as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
He is still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I need out of him.
I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders.
So, was it really Detective Bad who called you down?
You bet it was, pal. I was left in charge of the precinct while everyone was out, and this call comes in. I want you down here in 1 minute flat, he says. Well, I thought this was my big chance, my first case, so I made a mad dash down here. Although, I couldn't exactly get here in a minute flat.
So how long did it take you?
About 10 minutes, I guess?
And what was Detective Bad doing when you finally made it?
He was waiting for me down to the first floor in the entranceway, pal. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2.
And by he, you mean...
Detective Bad, of course, and this being my first time at this courthouse, He also walked with me up to the third floor hallway in front of the defendant lobbies.
And did you meet anyone along the way?
Well... Just as we entered the hallway, we ran into Miss Yu. When he heard from Miss Yu that Mr. Faraday was not to be interrupted, that's when Detective Bad told me to stand guard in the hallway, pal.
So far, Detective Gumshoe's testimony is matching up with Detective Bad's.
From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in that hallway the whole time.
You claim to have been in the hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in the hall?
Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else?
Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail?
Well, to put it simply... Oh, I know. It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch.
Oh. Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of?
You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden?
Because we are all in shock. And in awe of your utter stupidity.
Scrappy, we are going to tell a lie. At least tell us a more believable one.
Ouch! But I'm not lying.
I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close.
And until I heard the gunshot, I didn't take a single step away from the lobby number 2 door.
I'm only going to ask you one more time, Detective Gumshoe. Are you sure you stood in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time?
Yup, after I was told to by Detective Bad. I stood guard in front of that door without a single break. So believe me when I say that I was in that hallway the whole time. Why did everyone go quiet all of a sudden again?
Apparently someone has a bit of trouble reading between the lines.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't...
Be quiet.
Ouch!
I should hurry up and bring this to an end.
On my honour as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
Would you also be willing to swear that there was no one else in the hall besides you?
What are you talking about? Sorry, it's a wee bit blurry. I'm going to try and maximise the video.
Okay.
Here we go. Ah, there, but that's better. I just swore to you that I was doing my job, pal.
Oh? Then what are you acting so nervous for?
What? I'm not nervous at all, pal. Anyway, not a single person other than myself was in that hall the whole time.
I should just let it go. Pursuing this train of thought at this time would just be a waste of time.
To have such a foolishly foolish contradiction in such a foolishly foolish testimony is just plain old foolish.
Indeed. You know what? No one said instantaneously for a while now. Sorry.
Yes,
However, in the pursuit of the perfect investigation, I'm afraid we have to deal by squashing it under the weight of the evidence. I was wondering why they didn't go out to Gumshoe, and now I realised they came in here to be away from Miss Yu so she couldn't laugh at Edgewell.
This is where we present his handprint, is it? Or something
Yeah,
else?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Give me the handprint.
I really want chocolate cake now because of this game.
God, same.
I have an objection.
What is it, pal?
Everybody shut up, I have an objection. Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere.
Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right?
Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench.
Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that.
Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this.
You considerate slovenly pig.
I promise to clean it up later, I swear.
Now then, shall we get down to business? About the fact you didn't move even a single step in front of that door. If that were really the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls?
Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands?
Ouch!
It appears that Franziska's whip can do more damage than my words alone can.
Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself. Okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about the job. So I didn't want to say anything.
Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine.
Dastardly.
Okay, I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for. You got that because I'm not holding anything else back.
That last statement. It may sound like it makes sense. However, there is something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us?
Huh? Oh, of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal.
Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe.
But it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing else.
Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you're aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct?
Huh? Remind me again, pal?
That vending machine out in the hallway. You're selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack.
And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus. Isn't that right?
Oh.
Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that?
Ah, I told you I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me. So there's no one who could have helped me buy it. Wait, don't tell me. You've got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you?
Correct.
As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do?
Of course I do.
What? How?
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.